I'm not a professional filmmaker, nor did I take this as serious as I should have. But I just wanted the audience to get a view of what I go through. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people go through this as well. Just as a minority and as an impoverished person that can't really afford too much, but when I can, this is what we have right here. And this is just a little example. This is just within a 5 block radius, not even a 5 block radius. I'm sorry. I'm giving them too much. I'm giving too much credit. It's like a 2 block radius. And within a 2 block radius around me, there's not only a pizza store, but like 4 or 5 liquor stores, 4 or 5 Chinese stores, maybe a bodega, and a decent place to go buy some food, like a Save-A-Lot or something. The biggest question I have to ask, well, one of the questions I have to ask is, give your opinion about the access of resources when it comes to the communities that you grew up in.
It depends on what type of resources. If you're speaking medical care, that's accessible. It's not bad. But if you're speaking about things that we can incorporate into our bodies to promote health, that's kind of hard to find. Sometimes you have to go on the outskirts of the Philadelphia area to get some of the things that promote health, like organic vegetables, sometimes even water. Sometimes our convenience stores and local restaurants don't have things like water. They'll have 40s and they'll have juice, but they don't have water. 40s and juices, promotes to a lot of the conditions that we as a black people have, such as diabetes and hypertension.
Okay. So a part of this project was just going by certain stores to seeing exactly what we got and just measuring out the quality of one place to another. And obviously you can go to a local corner store or a bodega and you're not going to get much except, high preservatives and high filler foods. You barely get anything to drink except water and some high fructose corn syrup juices with sucralose and other bull crap. I actually went to the fresh grocer around me, the closest one I can go to, and which is up closer to LaSalle University. And they had a decent, it was decent, but as far as what I've understood and what I know about grocery and know about, eating, they really don't have much as far as just like whatever. Their produce actually sucked. But I know that it really depends on the neighborhood you go to. But, it just goes to show that we don't really have much in the neighborhood. All right, we're here at the Whole Foods, John, and this is. I don't go into Whole Foods too many times because they're not really around me, but this place is beautiful. They got everything in here, man. I wasn't coming here to go shopping, but might have to actually go shopping. They have everything in here. Let's take a look at some of these items. This one caught my attention right here. And if you look at the back, beautiful. This is a really good suit. When does it expire? It's really good. Look at this selection of food that you have, though. Let's see, you got rice ramen, you got. Even this is pretty good. Even though this is this is still pretty good. I took a trip to Whole Foods, the closest Whole Foods around me, to actually, do a comparison to see exactly just like what the differences were between supermarkets, and it's no comparison. Like, as far as when you go to a different environment, you get different things. Like, everywhere I went to in Whole Foods, there was a food that was organic and just fresh, and it didn't have too many fillers. I even went and looked at the ramen, like the preserved ramen. No fillers. Nothing crazy, just regular ingredients that you can read. Like, and I'm just like, you can't find that nowhere where I live. And I think that's incredibly insane that you can sit here and pump people with fake foods and GMOs and everything else and just add and contribute to the population decline, and it's just like it's just a battle between the rich and the poor. Economic inequality is really crazy with this. So instead of me complaining, how can we solve this? So it's real, and it's not a question. And this is the hardest question that I had to answer about this. And you know what? I don't even have an answer, to be honest with you. But I think the best way that we can even come close to thinking about solving problems like this is if we come as a community to address these issues, to find better ways to, heal ourselves within our community. We might need to make more co-ops. We might need to make more farmers markets. We might need to make a community garden where we all can contribute and add something to it as far as a society, as far as a community. We got to start making better. We got to start educating ourselves because, we can, as far as the community goes, as far as the impoverished, we can't sit here and wait for, wait for terms and wait for authority to give us things. So I think that that's the best way we can try to solve these issues. But at the same time, it's just really crazy.